So as many of you guys may know, Kaiser is spending the summer out in Thailand with his father. Now, King came to Houston to get him and take him back to Thailand. And according to Nique, I'm guessing King was supposed to bring him back. Well, that's not happening. And now Nique has to make a trip to Thailand to go get Kaiser. And she doesn't appear too happy about it.
Yeah, I miss Kaiser too, y'all. I'm ready for him to come back. That's a whole nother shebang. I gotta go get him. But yeah, I plan on exploring a little bit, but I did not want to go to Thailand, so shit. I'm trying to get in and out. Kaiser gotta prepare for school. I gotta do so much shit at home, but I gotta take time out to go get him. Cause if I don't go get him, who's gonna do it? And then I had to do it last minute. So I don't know if I'm gonna make it a vacation. Like, it's gonna be, what's in my plans? I didn't even know I had to go get him. But I may make it a little vacation, but where I really want to go, that's not the area he's in. Hello. If I would have known that, because he wouldn't have went. I'm going by myself, so it might be like a little mommy and me explore. Solo traveling. I think this will be my, well, no, not necessarily my first time solo traveling. This would be like, yeah, kind of, because I'm going to be like, basically, I'm trying to convince one of my friends to go with me, but everybody got booked schedules. So, yeah, but it's for sure going to be exhausting because the travel is 24 hours to go there. Like, that's what's blowing me. So it's like, I don't want to go there and come right back, but it's like, I wasn't planning, like, I wasn't supposed to be going. So my goal is just to get him. Might do a little shit, but I don't know, bro. And I'm going by myself, so it's not much solo travel I can do. Trust, I did cry. But I'm good now. I got it, I swear. It's just next time everything will be much more different. Let's do that though. Make it eventful. Gotta make the best out of it. I'm going at the end of the, well, like, not the, almost the end of the month.
So Nique isn't too thrilled about traveling to Thailand at all. She's claiming that she never even wanted to go, and this wasn't in the plan. If you guys heard, she stated if she knew she had to go get him, he wouldn't have went. So I'm not sure if Kaiser will be able to go back out with his dad next summer if Nique is having to make that trip to Thailand to go pick him up. And someone left her the comment that they would have been crying, and Nique said she did cry. I mean, having to travel 24 hours one way is just crazy. But you guys leave your opinions on that down below. But let's move on to this next topic with Daysha and Quik's baby mama. Now, if you guys watched my last video, I spoke on how she did this podcast interview with a tea page on TikTok. Well, now Daysha is responding.
I'm gonna start by saying this is very unfortunate. I hate that things have even gotten to this point, especially for the sake of the kids. This is not going to be one of those videos where I'm super aggressive and things like that because I have kids involved. This involves my stepchild who actually looks on TikTok, watches TikTok, so I don't want her to see me in that light. You know what I'm saying? So this is not going to be a super duper aggressive, mad video because there's nothing to be mad about. First thing I want to say is it was very, very distasteful to sit and watch Rain sit next to you while you bash her stepmom and bash her dad, when in all reality, you could have just told her to go to another room. Second, there's no clip of me ever saying that I was in the delivery room with you. When did you see a clip of me saying that? Like, I never said that. I've never been weird like that. I wasn't outside the hospital or anything like that. Your baby daddy came to see me after you delivered the baby. That's it. I was not at the hospital. I never, ever, ever, ever said I was at the hospital. He came to see me at school at Paul Mitchell after you had the baby. Next, you knew who I was before you had the baby. You very well knew who I was before you had the baby. So I don't know what you're talking about. 3 months after, you knew who I was before I had the baby, because you was getting mad at him. And like I said, I'm not going to go into detail of some of the things you did, but I had your child at 2 days old, and I've discussed this with you. We've had this conversation. Next, why would you go to a T page to do an interview with a T page that's not even lit? Like it's like you waited for an opportunity to be mad, to go and tell a story that nobody cares about. Like, you didn't make no money off of this shit. Like, you could at least have them pay you for the story. You didn't get paid for the story. You got up there, you still said a whole bunch of nothing. So it was just like, it gave you a reminiscing about your baby daddy, but you have a man. And your man allowed you to reminisce about your baby daddy. I'm just trying to make it make sense. You're reminiscing about a man from 10 years ago, but you have a man. I don't know what type of man you're dealing with, but it's not adding up. Next, I never, ever, ever said that I didn't have the funds to go to Chicago. Now, if your baby daddy told you that he didn't have the funds, that's between you and your baby daddy. But I never texted you and said I didn't have the funds to come to Chicago. I just said, I actually texted you on June 2nd because I went back to look, which was 2 weeks prior to the party. So I don't know why you said I told you about us not being able to come last minute. I said, we're not going to be able to make it. What day do you want to meet me to get Rain? On June 2nd. And if we got to post the receipts, I can. So I don't know what you're talking about, but you were well aware that we were not coming to the party on June 2nd. The only reason I did not attend the party in Chicago is because I have 2 small kids. I had took Rain and Dream to SeaWorld. When we got there, Dream was not tall enough to ride any of the rides. And every time Rain would go with my best friend to go get on rides with her little boy, Dream would be crying and screaming and everything like that. So I said, it doesn't make sense for me to spend all this money to go out to Chicago for my child not to be a part of the actual party. That's what I said to your baby daddy. Now, if he didn't relay that message to you, that's not my problem. You know what I'm saying? You like to pick and choose when you want certain things to go through your baby daddy. Certain things, you pick and choose what, you know what I'm saying? It's just very flip-floppy-ish. But I never said I didn't have the funds to go to Chicago. Never said that. I just said we're not going to be able to make it. And that's my reasoning from not being able to make it. It wouldn't have made sense for me to bring my kids all the way. But what I couldn't understand is why you didn't tell them that you guys never went to Six Flags, did you? You never went. Why? Because there was a bad storm in Chicago that day. So imagine if I would have spent my hard-earned money to get there, we would have been looking dumb. But you left that part out. You just trying to make it look like, oh, it's just so bad over here. But tell them all of the shit. If you're going to tell them anything, tell them everything. And as far as the allegations about Quik cheating on you with me and this and that, I do not know anything about that. I was told y'all was not together. So if he lied, that's really not, you can't blame that on me. You got to blame that on your baby daddy. Like, you know, I can't take the fall for something that I had no knowledge of. And when you found out about me, you still very well was around, and that's just what it was. When me and Quik first started talking, we were in the talking stage. We was not in a relationship. We were talking. I was talking to a whole nother man. celebrate 9 years because it's been 9 years since we've known each other. 9 years since we've known each other. So if the dates not adding up, that's the dialogue. And as far as you discussing with me not to put your business out on TikTok, I never said anything about you having car issues. Never. There's no clip. There's no clip of me saying that you had car issues. I said that it was going to be a lot for me to come and get rain because your baby daddy could not do it and you could meet. So I don't understand how that little piece spiraled this whole entire thing. It just doesn't make sense. It literally doesn't make any sense. And let's also get into the fact that you to my don't mention my child's name. The only reason people know who Rain is because of me. So let's tread very lightly. Let's not act like your child just was this who's who. You know what I'm saying? Like, people know her because of me. So I feel like I have every right to speak on her if I want to. Especially, it's okay for me to buy her things, do things for her, but it's a problem to discipline her. It's a problem to say her name. It's a problem to do this and do that. But it's okay to spend money and do all of this and do this and do that. But it's a problem when it's really time to be a parent for real. I just don't understand it. That's why I said I'm stepping back. And I will no longer be doing anything. You know what I'm saying? And it's very, very, very fucked up that it even got to be like that. Because I truly love your child. And I've loved your child. And people would die to have a stepmother that loves their child. And they don't have to worry about nothing when it comes to making sure their child is clothed, bathed, clean, eating, and well. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm not going to do anything. You do not have to worry about your child being on my platform anymore. You do not have to worry about me speaking on you or your child anymore after this video. You don't have to worry about it because I'm taking 1,000 steps back. When your child comes, she will be with her daddy 100% of the time. I am leaving the situation. I'm out of the equation because I'm not appreciated. And I'm trying to wrap my head around how you took something that was so innocent and you flipped it and made it into something so negative when it was never intended to be like that. The only reason that people even knew or even asked about her if she was coming because they already knew that Rain was supposed to be at Harmony's birthday party. And let's get into that, T. So, you knew I was planning Harmony's party. You knew Quik did not plan the party. Quik don't plan no trips. Quik barely give a fuck about a birthday. You know that. Me and you were in communication when it came to Rain making it to Harmony's birthday party. But you chose to tell your baby daddy that you were having car issues instead of telling the person that you were already in communication with when it came to Rain attending to the party. I asked you several times, was Rain going to make it to the party? Was Rain going to make it to the party? But something in my spirit told me not to book her flight because I already knew you were going to do some weird shit. The real tea is, you were mad that your baby daddy did not make it to Chicago for Rain's birthday party, but he made it to Philadelphia for Harmony's first birthday. That's what you were mad about. So you made up this whole thing about having car issues and car trouble or whatever because you were mad that he didn't make it to Rain's party, but he was making it to Harmony's party, so you tried to inconvenience us. You're right. I did not follow back up with you about, I did text you and tell you I was going to follow back up with you, and I did not follow back up with you because you didn't follow back up with me. So yes, I was being petty as fuck, and I went back through your baby daddy. So the same way you told your baby daddy that you were having car issues and you couldn't meet me instead of telling me, is the same way I told your baby daddy that I'm not doing all the extraness. So he should have relayed the message. So if your baby daddy never relayed the message, then you can't take that out on me. So in all reality, this whole thing is just miscommunication. And the person you should be mad at is your baby daddy, but you will never be mad at your baby daddy because deep down inside, you really want your baby daddy back. You have always been jealous. You have always been envious, which is why you want to get on the net and talk about this and talk about that. But in all reality, you will never be Daysha Taylor. You will never have the platform that Daysha Taylor has. People only are even giving a crap right now about who you are because of Daysha Taylor. I'm just that girl. And I know you want my life. And it's just unfortunate. The only thing that all of this has done is make you look like a bitter baby mama, and you look ungrateful, and you look like you just want your baby daddy back, which I'm the prize. I'm the prize. So you wanted your baby daddy back for 9 years and you still ain't got him back. And if you and him did something in the 9 years of us being together, maybe you should have said something back then. But you waited 9 years to come out and then making silent remarks about if y'all been together. Like, it just gets desperate. You talk about you ain't want it to be messy, baby. It's already there. It's already there. But like I said, I'm going to wrap this up because the video is already too long. But I love y'all. Have a nice night. But this is the last time I'll talk about these folks. And that's on my mama.